So hi again. I had been tinkering around Audacity, figuring out how to process the audio better. So I have always used Audacity for my audios, but I kind of wanted to step it up a little bit and learn how to use Audacity even better. So far I had just been using some tutorials I had found, and that told you kind of how to have a general setup that works well for everyone. But this time I kind of wanted to personalize a bit for my audio, like my voice. I still am not very satisfied with it, but I have always considered audio mixing and sound design to be one of the hardest things to do. So yeah, I'll get there slowly. But yeah, so a lot has happened in the past few days, because of which I couldn't make the video. That's not an excuse, to be honest. I should have made the videos, but yeah, sorry for the background audio again. But that's the elevator, by the way, in case you were wondering. But yeah, it's raining here, so there will be extra audio, extra background noise. But yeah, so how also last time I talked about going to meet my friends, and meet a specific friend, and it went very interestingly. So as I said, I was very excited, but to them I didn't show this, and we walked around, talked a lot about what we're doing, and I don't like to just talk about stuff that you're doing, but rather what's there's going to be a lot of background noise today, sorry about that. But yeah, I asked them what they have been up to and stuff, but I wanted to ask how is their anger issues, because they the one of the reasons why we kind of fell off was because of their anger issues. I'm not saying that that's the reason. It is mostly my fault, some of theirs also, but it was. But they used to be very snappy with their anger. The small things would tip them off very easily. But yeah, in the time we weren't talking, I had been just noticing that they're getting less and less angry, I guess. So that was nice. And yeah, when I asked them about this, from there on we started to talk properly about us, and we went on for I think 1 hour or something. Neither of us really wanted to go back to our hostels or whatever. It was very nice. I did really miss them a lot, and yeah, I hope that we kind of keep this. Ouch, that was loud. I hope we keep this kind of friendship, because we used to be very close, super close. It's still the one of the things that we talked about, for both of us, we won't talk about things that we talk to each other about with anyone else. I'm exaggerating, but I do think that we are special to each other. So yeah. But other than that, it went very well. I actually ended up going to their hostel. So we live in different hostels, and I went there, and later I also went to the girls' hostel and hung out there, and it was very fun. I have never hung out in the girls' hostel for so long. I played Valorant, and yeah, just enjoyed my time there. It was very nice. This was the first time I properly went out and hung out with the girls so much, for so long. Because I don't think I mentioned this before, but the interaction between the guys and the girls in our hostel, in our school, college, I suppose, is very bad. We barely ever get any proper time to talk to each other, and it sucks. So yeah, it felt very nice. The other time we hung out, I think it was some other day. So Valorant's yearly tournament is going on right now. It's called Champions, and it's basically the World Cup of Valorant. And for that, we decided to have a one-day watch party kind of thing. So they came over to my room, and we watched for 3 hours or something. It was very fun. They enjoyed it, I enjoyed it. It did seem a bit sad because they were very tired. Everyone was very tired and sleepy, but other than that, it was one of the most fun experiences I've had so far. But yeah, Yeah, so I'll talk about some of my work. I still haven't done the animation, which I should have done like a long time ago. And I keep talking about also, I might have told this, but I was making basically a collage of mediums, that collage of mediums in quotes, in video essays, and I think I've figured out what I want to do. So talking to one of my friends, I thought that a website would be the best idea, not an online website, but like an offline demo kind of websites. So basically a website would be able to incorporate all those things, right? All those elements of text, visual medium, audio medium, interactive medium. So yeah, I actually wanted to talk about the fourth dimension. This is such a odd topic to just jump onto, but I love maths and have been interested in these topics of infinities and fourth dimension, and visualizing the fourth dimension is very difficult, and I wanted to come up with a way of doing it. And I think I am a firm believer that video games are one of the best mediums to do this. You know, they already deal with science fiction so much, and I think that this would be even better for them. But yeah, so let me start talking about what I've been wanted to talk about a lot, other than the friend thing. I mean, I can't really talk about it too much without like doxing everyone, but yeah, it was very overwhelming experience to talk to them, and yeah, a lot of very little awkwardness actually, I would say. Like, we are so comfortable around each other even after so long. I didn't feel that uncomfortable, I suppose. Was there any I wouldn't say there was any discomfort or uncomfortableness. It was more of just gauging each other, what we want from each other, I suppose. We did decide to hang out at some point later, but yeah, they are also kind of feeling down because they don't have that many friends apparently. So basically all of their friends, people who live in their hostel or people who are close to them, aren't hanging out with them as much or not interacting, and they feel left out in some sense. And yeah, so they've, I guess, felt that I wouldn't do that, which is very ironic because I am the one who has been avoiding them for most part. So them like coming close to me and saying that, oh, can we hang out together, was very odd. But yeah, I mean, obviously I'm happy, I'm super happy. But yeah, okay, so the thing that I wanted to talk about, I have been wanting to basically read stories on this. I mean, I also mentioned this in my last video that I've been wanting to read stories on YouTube. And I went out to try and find out sources, and I thought AO3 would be a very nice source. Like, if I could get confirmation that AO3, Archive of Our Own, website where people basically make fan fiction, if that is like open source, not open source, but like public domain, then I could use that, because I do want to go about this in a legal way, I suppose. So yeah, I went and kind of found out about it, and it does not seem that, like, if I could take the permission to read them, then maybe, but I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. So yeah, now the next idea that I had was to go to ChatGPT. So I went to ChatGPT. I have had an account for like half an year maybe, and I went and basically I talked to ChatGPT, and I figured out this much, that if I create a story using ChatGPT, it comes under public domain. Sorry. Yeah. So if I create a story, I mean, if I get ChatGPT to create a story for me and specifically state that it needs to be in the public domain, then it will be in the public domain. It sounds very weird that I'm giving ChatGPT the freedom to create something in the public domain, but it does make sense that something created by an AI could not be copyrighted for various reasons. A lot of those reasons are beyond the scope of this video, not a sentence I thought I would say in this video. But yeah, so after a lot of jibber jabber, I have come to two conclusions. The first is, I can use open source material from, I keep saying open source, but I mean public domain material from like the time when copyright did not exist. So basically, I think like 200 years or something ago, like any material, any literature from back then is not considered to be copyrightable. So anything before that comes under the public domain. So I can use that, or I can just use ChatGPT to make stories for me. So yeah, I still do want to write my own scripts, but the time is just too much, like time commitment for doing all of this stuff, and I do have other work on my hand. So for now, at least, I will be making videos. I'll be reading out the stories using ChatGPT. I will be linking the. Also, I asked ChatGPT. I don't really need to. What do you call it? Credit ChatGPT. I also looked up on Wikipedia, and Wikipedia's content does come under the public domain, as long as it's as long as I credit it properly. And after that I can use it, but I have to be verbatim or something like it. It's a bit complicated, but basically I can use it if I want to, especially if I read it as it is verbatim. But yeah, other than that, so today I'll be releasing another video, me reading a story that I prompted ChatGPT to write. Let's see how that goes. Hopefully that is also something that you guys can enjoy. My goal is to kind of read out stuff that doesn't have involvement of anything related to me. So it could act more like a sleep aid video or something like that, because it will be more neutral than my other stuff, right? Because in a lot of other stuff I can talk about some things that might not be, I mean, that might be personal, or that might be something related, something personal to you, and might not help you fall asleep, or might not feel comfortable to listen to. These are things that I do get worried about, right? That the topics I'm talking about, does that make someone uncomfortable? So yeah, I'll be doing that today. Hopefully that experiment goes well, and I'll be linking the prompts and the conversation between me and ChatGPT that I do in a paste bin. I'll linking it to the next video. So yeah, hope the next video is good, and I hope you have a great day.